Hello, here we'll learn how to solve equalities. We have a method. In this method, we first do PEMDAS, and first we apply this to the left, then to the right. That's the left hand side of the equation and the right hand side of the equation, and then we apply properties of equality. Properties of the equality. We'll see that we'll apply the addition and subtraction to cross the bridge, that is moving terms from the left hand side to the right hand side, or from the right hand side to the left hand side, and we'll apply the multiplication and division property of equality to isolate. Okay, with this in mind, let's do an example and see how those apply. Suppose we would like to solve this equality. It's really an equation. An equality with an unknown, it's called an equation. Okay, so here's how we start. The first step is to apply PEMDAS to the left and PEMDAS to the right. This is the left and this is the right. Let's start by reminding us PEMDAS, and now let's follow it. Okay. Do we have parentheses on the left? Yes, we do. So I'm going to go inside the parentheses, and inside the parentheses I'm going to apply another little PEMDAS. Now inside the parentheses, do I have parentheses? No. Do I have exponents? No. Do I have a multiplication? Yes, here, but I don't know what x is, so I can't do it. Do I have a division? No. Do I have addition or subtraction? Yes, but those are not like terms. I can only add or subtract like terms, so I can't do addition or subtraction. That means I don't have parentheses really. There's nothing to do there. Then let's move on to exponents. I don't have exponents. Now, do I have a multiplication? Yes, I have a multiplication here, and this is what I'm going to do. Okay, now how do you multiply a number times a parenthesis? You have to distribute, multiply the number times each term. This is one term, this is another term. Terms are connected by a plus or a minus, meaning there is one arrow multiplying for x, not one arrow for 4, one arrow for x, because those two are together, they're one term. And one arrow, that 2 is going to multiply 5. Okay, let's see how that works. Now, other than the multiplication, everything else drops. So 3 is going to drop, but then we're going to have negative 2 times positive 4. If there is no sign, it's implied as positive. So let's start with the signs. Negative times the positive is going to give us a negative. 2 times 4, we're going to get 8, and the x follows. It's really 2 times 4x. Then we're going to multiply negative 2 times negative 5. We get negative times a negative. It's a positive. 2 times 5 is 10. And that's it. Now let's see what happens on the right hand side. Let's put our PEMDAS here and start checking what we got. First, we're gonna check for parenthesis. We do have a parenthesis here, so we're gonna go inside the parenthesis and do a little PEMDAS. Do I have a parenthesis inside the parenthesis? No. Do I have an exponent inside the parenthesis? No. A multiplication inside the parenthesis? No. Division? No. Addition, subtraction? Yes, I have a subtraction. But 1 and x are not like terms. This is a constant term, this is an x term. They can't be combined, and therefore I can't do anything inside the parenthesis, so I'm going to cross the p on the outside PEMDAS, the external PEMDAS. Do I have an exponent in the whole thing? No. Do I have a multiplication? Yes, it's here. Same situation, a number times a parenthesis. I will distribute the number and I will end up multiplying the number times all with each term. So the number is going to multiply the first term, which is 1, and it's going to multiply the second term, which is x. Terms are separated by plus or minus. Okay, now so what do I do here? I do the multiplication really, and everything else that's not multiplication drops. So 14 is gonna drop, and then I have plus 5 times plus 1, have plus times plus, which is positive, 5 times 1, which is 5, and then I have plus 5 times negative x. That's plus positive times a negative is a negative. 5 times x is 5x. Okay, so let's go to the next line now. New line, new PEMDAS. Do I have parentheses in the new line on the left? No. Do I have parentheses? Do I have exponents on the left? No. Multiplications? Yes, I have a multiplication here, but I don't know x, so I can't do it. Therefore I cross it. Division? No division. Do I have addition, subtraction? Yes, I have subtraction, addition, all sorts of things. Now, can I add or subtract those two? No, because they are not like terms. How about those two? No, because they are not like terms. How about those two? Yes, they are both constant terms. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add or subtract the constant terms. Everything else drops, meaning the negative 8x will drop. And I have 3 plus 10, which is 13. Okay, now let's go on the right hand side. Let's apply PEMDAS. Do I have parentheses on the right? No. Do I have exponents? No. Do I have multiplication? Yes, over here, but I don't know x, so I can't do it. Do I have division? No. Do I have addition, subtraction? Yes, over here, over here. Now, can I combine those two? No, because they're not like terms. How about those two? No, they're not like terms. Those two? Yes, those are like terms, and therefore I'm going to do the addition and subtraction the same way as on the other side I did addition and subtraction at this step. And what I get is 14 plus 5, that's 19. And the negative 5x drops. Okay, well, new line, new PEMDAS. Let's write a PEMDAS for this line on the left, and we check for p. Do you have parentheses? No. Exponents? No. Multiplications? Yes. 8 times x, but I can't do it because I don't know x. Division? No. Do I have addition, subtraction? Yes, all sorts of addition, subtraction, but they are not like terms, so no addition, subtraction. No more PEMDAS on the left. What we have done, we have completed that step, PEMDAS to the left. Let's check on the right. Can I do a PEMDAS on the right? Well, do I have parentheses on the right? No. Exponents, no. Multiplications, yes, but I can't do it. Division, no. Addition, subtraction, yes, but they are not like terms, so nothing. No more PEMDAS on the right, so I have covered that step. The next one is to apply the properties of equalities in order to cross the bridge at first and then isolate. Okay, how do we do that? Well, our goal is to isolate x. So for starters, I need to put all the x terms on one side and all the number terms, the constant terms that are just numbers on the other. So I choose to move all the x to the left. Therefore, this negative 5x will have to move from right to left. Okay, how do I move the negative 5x from right to left? First, I have to eliminate it from the right. So therefore, I'm going to add 5x. But you have the properties of the equality that are telling us if you add something on one side, you have to add it on the other side. Otherwise, you're going to destroy the equality. You destroy the balance. So I have to add 5x on the other side. Properties of equality refer to the two sides of the equality. Don't add, for example, 5x and 5x on the same side. Okay, it needs to be one on one side, the other one on the other side. Okay, now those are going to cancel, and on the right we just drop a 19, and on the left we are getting negative 8x plus 5x, which is negative 3x. The plus 13 drops. Okay, now do I have any more x to move? No. I have numbers. I have 13 and 19. Those need to go together. And of course, they're going to go on the other side of x. So I'm going to move the 13 from the left to the right. How do I do that? First, I need to eliminate the 13 on the left by subtracting 13. But now I'm applying the subtraction property of the equality, which is telling me whatever you do to the left, if you subtract from the left, this one number, you've got to subtract the same number from the right. So I'm going to have to subtract from the right as well. And what do I get? Well, let's start with the negative 3x, which drops. 13 minus 13 is 0, so nothing. 19 minus 13 is 6. Okay, and now do I have anything to move? No. So I'm going to go and try to isolate. To isolate, we have to use the multiplication or division property of the equality. And in particular, if x is multiplied by a number, I have to divide by the same number. If it's divided by a number, I have to multiply by the same number. And I have to do the same on the other side. So here is multiply times negative 3, so I will divide by negative 3. By properties of the equality, I have to divide by negative 3 the other side as well. If the other side had many terms, I have to multiply all of them, put them in a parenthesis and divide by negative 3. So here, this is what we do. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. That multiplies x on the left, and on the right we have 6, which is plus 6. Positive over negative is negative. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay. Now 1 times x is really x equals to negative 2. And that is my solution. What I've done so far is I solved this example by applying this method, and I found that my solution is x equals to -2. How can I be sure that this is my solution? In the next video, we'll confirm that this is my solution.